Alright. We're just island hopping. Nothing fancy. Whoa. Arg. Ugh. Whoops. Somebody fucked up here. Damn it. There it is. Ah. How am I going to do this? Shit. Ah. Damn. I do not have how do I get back to my desktop? Can't, can I? Can't get back to my desktop. Oh, well, we can do this. No, we can't. I can't flip it back to shit. Windows. Do not have the option here. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's flip it out of VR. It's not going to let me. Shit. Man, you're just giving me a rough time here. I cannot get it back into Windows because I'm in VR. Ain't this a bitch? Alright, more than one way to skin a cat. Sometimes you just gotta be smarter in what you're working with. Alright, let's try this. I got it. Alright. Sorry about that. Got to turn the mirror on. What can I say? What can I say? But now we got it. There we got it. And we're just out here, island hopping here in the Caribbean. We're not doing anything. We're just flying around. 'Cause we can. And as hard as it is to believe, I actually get better frame rates in VR most of the time than I do on my ultra-wide 1440p. Of course, it's pushing a whole lot less pixels, so I guess that's not really all that surprising. Because we're pushing 45 to 50. And I have the render pretty far up. Have damn near everything set to ultra. Like I say, one of these days I'm going to have to break down and buy a Reverb G2 and just see how much prettier it is than the Rift S. I understand there's quite a bit of difference. I am pushing max resolution for my headset, which is what, 1440p, I guess. That's all this Rift will do. Plus, I got a little more screen door effect, I guess, than you got in a Reverb G2. I'd much rather be down on the beach right now. I could live with that. Wouldn't hurt my feelings. Yeah. I know one thing, my smart cam has never worked just right. Now, see, we did just get locked on in this city, but most of the time it doesn't lock what I want it to lock, no matter what I do. Change view. See, it is locked on this city, and 10 to 1, when I lock it on the next target, it will not, it'll just, won't lock where I want it to. It's done that for a year now, since I released. St. Anne doesn't have a whole lot, that's for sure. Okay, we'll release a smart cam. Now let's see if we'll pick this up. Probably not. Oh, yep, it's going to work now. And next time it won't. Don't know how it manages that. Well, that is kind of freaky in VR. Kind of like riding one of these roller coasters. Freaky, freaky, freaky. A little weather going on. A little hitch-a-magiddy up there. And if anybody's wondering, I've got everything turned up pretty high. I'll show you. It's not that I don't. There's what I'm running. I'm running this rendering resolution because it's all the Rift S can do. No sense pushing it higher. It doesn't translate into the headset. Can't tell the difference when you push it higher. But I've got all the details up. Most things on high or ultra. I'm pushing quite a bit, as you can see. We're in VR and we're running 45, pretty much 45 average. 45 to 50 frames per second. Can't hardly complain there. I've got a real pretty picture. Like I say, it would be interesting to see how much better a picture it is with the G2. Would be interesting to see. And I am streaming. And it affects my frame rates a little bit. Even though I have plenty of video card, plenty of CPU. I've got a 3900X, so on an X570 motherboard. I am limited to my GPU, which is an MSI Gaming X5700 XT. I did buy a 6800. It came in and it did not work. Send it back and got a refund. Son of a bitch was dead on arrival. They didn't have another one to replace it with, and I got it for a really good price. Being I won't use scalping prices, but it did not work, so it went back. And now I'm wondering if I'll ever buy another AMD. I looked it up on the internet about these AMD cards. Seems like they're having a lot of problem with the 6000 series. This card would run for about 5 minutes and then just black screen and then shut down and reboot my computer. No matter, I called AMD Tech. They spent a few hours trying to get it working. It would not work. Definitely a defective card. And like I say, by Googling the internet, I found all kinds of other people having the same problem. So that tells me that they have an issue. Now, This was an AMD reference card, and I do not suggest anybody buy one. Something ain't right. And like I say, all you have to do is Google AMD reference card, black screen, card shut down, and you get thousands of people having the same issues. Which, needless to say, is very disappointing, because they sure as hell don't advertise they got trouble. So yeah, I cannot recommend buying an AMD card at this time. Or at least not a 6000 series. I see it did not lock on mullets. I'm not sure what one it's locked on to, but it should be locked on the fastest, the closest one. And it did not do it. So we're back to Smart Cam is not working properly again. Now see, everything close, it's not locking on. Now that's free look and I lock, and I have no idea what it's even locked on to. Not a clue. I can release it, try to relock, it will not do it. See, it works first couple times, then it's history. That's been my experience with their Smart Cam. It ain't very smart. And I suppose I could try to get on their forums and ask a bunch of people, but you know, it's not the way it's supposed to work. But that's the way it is. See, we're not locking on. Something out there, way out in the middle of nowhere out there is where it's locking on at. I have no idea what it's locking on at. Don't know. But it's definitely not locking on to what I want it to lock on to. And that's been my experience from day one with the Smart Cam. I wouldn't know what difference it should be, so I'm thinking it probably doesn't work right for everybody, and I haven't checked. But see, I have no idea what it's locking on to. No idea. And that's what it does. No matter the settings, it doesn't work at all at automatic. It's supposed to be, if you put it on an automatic when you go buy a POI or something, it's supposed to lock on automatically. It never has done that. I really don't know what the issue is. I guess it's really not all that damn important. But it would be nice if it worked properly. And I haven't, like I say, I haven't contacted. Why would we want to cancel flight following? What the hell did I do? I didn't press nothing. Huh. I'm not going to worry about it. Not worrying about it. We don't really care. Say we're just out here sightseeing. Got a little rain over there. We're not actually in the rain, just right next to it. And we took the float plane because we might play in the water, we might not play in the water, who knows. My water landings tend to be a bit bouncy. I don't know why. I can put it down on the runway without bouncing it. I don't know what my deal is with the water. I definitely probably got my angle of my dangle wrong. Got a few boats down there. Hey. I do have a lot of fun with this sim going around rubbernecking. And I realize some people think things are boring, but they talk about Star Citizen going around and seeing all these things. Well, it doesn't run very good, and everything looks alike. That's all you can do in Star Citizen pretty much is run around looking at shit. But yet that's exciting for people who don't know. I got bored with it. I haven't turned Star Citizen on for a long time. And I will probably be dead before it ever gets into a case where now, is it trying to lock onto the lighthouse? Is that what it's trying to? Now, the clouds are going to move in, of course, now that I've gotten up here to the lighthouse. See, I can't lock onto Bonneville no matter what I do. What am I approaching? I sure don't see no lighthouse. Anybody see the lighthouse? Supposed to be a lighthouse down here. There it is. Holy shit. Wasn't expected to be down there in the bushes. But it's down in the bushes. There's Sherm the Worm. I do believe they reduced the load rates to get it to run on an Xbox. I wish they hadn't done that. Nothing I can do about it. There's no setting for LOD settings. But I definitely think they lowered them to get the frame rates out of the Xbox. Ought to be a setting for it if they're going to do that. Well, I'll tell you what, this lighthouse can't be that visible, can it? Yeah, see, they definitely reduced the loads. I guess that is a lighthouse. I would think that would be blocked. Huh. I would think so. Of course, depends on how bright the light is, I guess. Yeah, they definitely reduced the LODs. Used to never see the redraw that close to where I was at, and they're right up on top of you now in some places. Such is life. Quite a bit of towns. No, hardly any airports though. In all these places, although I'm not really sure where they put one, but you know, we got floats so we can land anywhere. The update killed my seasonal purchases for winter, fall, spring, summer. The game will not load if I install them, which is really quite sad, being it was a Microsoft Store purchase for all of them. I don't. I would think that they would have had the developer of those add-ons update them before they released it. It's not like they couldn't have. So I'm sure eventually they'll get them fixed, patched. But I had to remove them or I couldn't load the game. It would just hang up on, as soon as you tried to load an airplane into flying it, it would just hang. Wouldn't crash, but it might as well have. Took me a while to figure out what was wrong. Because I like going north and south and checking out the seasons. And, you know, it's summertime for me now in my area, living in the United States. It's kind of nice going down south, way south, and having winter. And now I can't do that pretty much. Don't get to see the seasons like it was. Yeah, see, it's not going to lock onto anything correctly. See, it just doesn't do it. Does not do it. Quite a bit of little hamlets. I don't know what you call these small towns. I guess they are towns. They're pretty small. And you can, I have discovered, get this plane to get up on a beach after you land it in the water. Trouble is, you can't get it back off. You just stuck there once you get it in the mud. But you can get stuck in the mud. Surf looks inviting. Alright, let's get over here on some controls and we'll horse flaps. I know there's a button to lower their water rudders and I just don't know what they are. Pull some flaps out.
Acknowledged.
Should be around 70 mile an hour at touchdown. I'm not too far off that. 45 is stall speed, so okay, we're into full flaps. I have the throttles killed. Try to get it to go a little slower here. Like I say, I have a tendency to bounce. Okay, we're at 60.
Gears up for water landing.
Well, the gear is up, fool.
Gears up for water landing.
That wasn't too bad.
Gears up for water landing.
You know what? See, you need to turn this off.
Gears up for water landing.
Change view. They did give us wakes, as you can see, which is kind of cool. We used to not have them. I had the add-on that I had floats on the 172 anyway. And I guess it could look up what the water rudder. I'm not sure what they are. We could, let's see. Let's see if we can look it up. That would be control options. Keyboard. Rudders. Shift Control U. No, Control W. Control W. Oh, they did go down. Look at that. We now have water rudders. That ought to steer better, maybe. Let's get it moving. Doesn't appear to steer a whole lot better, but they do turn with the plane. Look at that. How about that? Water rudders do work. Huh. Let's go see the natives. And I had the car mod to be able to drive a car around in here, and it doesn't work with this patch until they update it. Now, they may have updated it. It was just a regular freeware add-on, so. But it was fun to screw around with, especially in Africa out in the savannah, chasing animals. I had fun. Yep, water rudders work. How about that? All right, let's get the flaps down. Well, they are down. Let's see if we can get it back up in the air here. Seem to be floating. Come on, are you fast enough? Oh, no, we're not fast enough. It's what happens when you, damn it. When you do these things when you're not looking at what you're doing. Control W gets the rudders up. There we go. Rudders were screwing with us. Okay, we should be able to get airborne now. Okay, don't leave your rudders down when you're taking off. Just don't do it. It's obviously a no-no. I've actually never flown a float plane, so I wouldn't know that. But I do now. At least in this sim, you can't leave them down. And it kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. It is drag. Leave them up till you get in the water. Yep, LODs are definitely a lot closer than they used to be for whatever reason. There's actually no setting for that, so can't turn them back up, which I would do, because I really hate seeing the pop in crap. But what are you gonna do? They wanted to double how many people could play this game, so they had to dumb some things down to get it to do that instead of putting switches in it. Probably would have been a lot harder to put switches in it. We are raining now. Don't really see anything. Yeah, I get a spot or two. I don't have the windshield up on high. I think it's on medium. We can switch it and see what happens here. I keep playing with the VR settings, so let's see. That would be windshield effects are on medium. Let's turn it up. Really, I don't know that it would make that much difference in graphics. Okay, now it's on high, so I can hear the rain on the roof, but I really don't see anything on the windshield. Doesn't look like it did much to our frame rates. Yeah, I can definitely hear it on the plane, but I do not see it on the windows. Ain't like it's a whole lot of rain. Well, this storm looks like it's pretty intense looking, but the building complex there. Somebody got a soccer field. Whoops, it's not flying into the ground here. Yeah, I don't see any effects on the windshield. Well, yeah, I guess there is. Now that I'm looking, now it's starting to rain harder. I can see the effects on the windshield. So, there you have it. Yeah, see, it's not locking onto that target. Don't know what the deal is with that. And the rain is over. Nope. That creek's too small to land in. Rotors are back up. I do like this third person, so-called third person view. It's nice to use it for sightseeing. I mean, if you ever actually flown in there, small civilian aircraft, you know, you only see so much. In normal, unless it's a high wing, the wing normally blocks your view, and you can only lean over so far up against the window. And this is really nice to have this view, chase camera, whatever you want it to be. not very realistic as far as that goes, but when you're just out here checking things out and just sightseeing, it's nice. And if you're on the flat screen monitor or curved monitor, whatever it may be, it's really nice to use the camera drone to take some real snappy screenshots. In VR, you really, I can't. I understand the WMR headsets have a feature that you can take screenshots in VR. The Oculus Rift S doesn't, that I know of. If I take a screenshot, all I get is the double screen shot. Don't get it. It's like solar panels. Don't know what they are for sure, but they kind of look like solar panels. I don't know what the deal with that road is. Guess that's a bridge going up over there. Well, now, I wouldn't think that'd be a very good place to put a town. Jesus Christ, I would think. I'll bet you that sucker floods quite often. I'll bet you they get a lot of underwater shit there. And one thing about Microsoft Flight Sim, it is just as enjoyable on your monitor as it is in VR. I mean, I probably play it just off my monitor, not even bother turning my headset on, probably more than I do actually in VR. Because it looks really nice on your monitor. And like I say, with the new generations of VR headsets, I would imagine, especially with the low screen doors they got now, I don't know that you can actually see the screen door effect off the mirror, but there is a light one. I mean, it's not real bad in this one. It's more in my regular Rift. I have a regular Rift too, and the screen door effect is quite a bit more than this Rift S. But I imagine the newer ones don't.
Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes and viewers on big follows.
Yeah, that pretty much ain't gonna happen. Why do you bother me? I need to block those people. Ooh, we got a rainbow following us. Yep, that's what we got. Pretty thick. Kind of looks like soup. Soup, soup, soup. What this is. this. It's a town, obviously, but I don't know what town it is, and it locked on to it. Does, I think. No, maybe not. Yep, it did lock on to that marker. Like I say, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So I don't know what the deal is with it. I think somebody's packing sand. Sand packers. Quite a bit of rain. And if anybody's scared, don't worry about it. Death is not permanent in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You don't even have to do a corpse run. You do have to reload, but you don't have to do a corpse run. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to quit playing for a while. Let's see if we can set this down on the ground. Or, well, no, we can't set it on the ground. Unless we look for an airport. We could do that, but we're just going to put her on the water. Let's get off our throttle. Lower down.
Gears up for water landing.
Oh, come on. This alarm just
Gears
drives
up
me
for water
nuts.
landing.
They are up. Alright. Change view. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Well, stay down there. And there we have it. Somebody got a house out here. And there we have it. Alrighty, let's shut her down. With electronics, we got a water taxi coming to get us. See, didn't give me credit for the landing, even though we did land it. But that's, I guess, we're in a float plane. I guess it just doesn't count that. Alright, back to main menu. And we're going to call it quits. We'll pop it out of VR. Popped. Alrighty. Thanks for watching if you did.